Okay, now
I
it's
got to remember how
shopping
to.
time.
I got to remember how to mute the stream.
You right click on the tab on the top,
Yeah.
and then you pulled it down to mute.
It'll say mute. Yeah, mute this tab or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, let me.
At the
Yeah,
top of the
just right
tab.
click on that tab. Yeah.
Yeah.
About halfway down, you see mute tab, pin tab, open sidebar, that type of thing.
Okay.
So when he starts the stream, when you join that tab, then go ahead and mute that tab.
Okay.
So that underneath tables too, if you ever need to reference that when you want to think about selling something and how much you could get for it, that's the table I put together.
Good.
So there's a chance that not all items on this PDF would be available, correct? Mike, just
That's correct. There is a I have tables for every item type from
Okay.
common to legendary that I put together. I'm just not sharing those with you.
because Vapor would like to see if he could add something to help with his AC a bit. He's got the leather, which is nice, but he's sitting there at a nice juicy 16. I wasn't sure if there would be some type of a ring, some type of a cloak or something that might.
So rings of protection +1, cloaks of protection +1 would be something you could use with your armor, or you could look for magical armor. So for like magical armor +1 would be 1,500 gold. The sell price would be 1,500 gold plus the cost of the armor, which in your case, studded leather or what is super cheap, so that's really irrelevant. And then obviously it jumps way up from there as you go into higher pluses in the armor. Probably the best way to see that is to sort by go scroll down to like I think it's page 9 or 10 where it starts to go in alphabetical and it starts with a +1. So you could see like the base price for a +2 armor starts at 6,000, then plus the cost, so on and so forth.
Okay. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay. Well, Cook threw some things out there in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw them. But I'll go back and add them. Let's see.
Okay, so you grabbed 6 potions, 4 potions, and you grabbed 3 potions of greater healing.
I did.
Okay. You know how to drag the item.
Yeah.
The items. I don't think you can drag the items over, but I can.
I actually already had. I had 1 greater healing, so I just changed the number, so it was already loaded.
Did you have 1, Dwayne, or do you need me to add?
I didn't have one, but I had it in the actions, so I made an item, but it's not coded. So
I'll grab a couple there as well, Mike, if you want to drag one over.
Yes. So I'll just do this then. I just put a couple of them in the party sheet.
Okay, yeah, I'll
buying potions.
Yeah, I'll take it out and get the party sheet.
Yeah, Finn would be interested as well. Yeah.
All right. I think you can see that there, right? In the party sheet.
Yeah.
So Cook threw some ideas out as far as group items to think about purchasing. Not necessarily totally related to him, but gauntlets of ogre power, necklace of fireballs, boots of speed, staff of healing, staff of thunder and lightning, wand of magic missiles. So those are just a couple of things that he thought of.
Yeah, those are good ideas.
And I'm okay with what everybody wants. If somebody else has any other ideas, I guess it depends on how much money we have.
And things like Vapor wants to try to increase his armor and stuff. If you bought any of the potions, make sure you use the +- thing on the on your tab to document that, and it'll automatically subtract it from your gold total.
Yeah.
Like Dwayne and Lee did. So that would be Finn and Kale times however many potions you buy at 100.
Is that on the spend currency button you're pushing?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's 150.
150 per potion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
So Cook would throw 1,500 gold pieces and 84 platinum pieces, and if you want to convert those platinum to gold to make it easier, you can do that. That would be 1920 gold to put in the party sheet.
Okay, let's hold off before we
Okay.
do
Okay.
that real quick. I added coding on Kale underneath his items tab for the potion of greater healing because I didn't see one. If it's duplicate, just delete one of them. And I'll do the same thing for Finn.
Thank you.
So what were you wanting to buy, Lee, with that?
I'm not necessarily Cook's not necessarily advocating to buy something for himself. He's just thinking that we were going to pool our resources and try to buy a kick-ass magic item or two that we felt would best benefit the party.
Yeah. So we should decide on the item, and then we'll know about how much we need.
Yeah, that'll work. So
does anybody else need potions of greater healing? If not, I'll delete them.
I'll take one more. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Just increase your inventory by one more or whatever. You don't need to drag it over, and then just spend appropriately.
Yeah, perfect.
And when Jim shows up, or next session, or whenever, or even offline, I can retcon some
Potions
of this.
150, greater healing. So yeah, I think I'll take a few of those. I'll just update.
Okay.
Is there any Kyotom's ointment available?
At minus 300.
So let me see. That is a
uncommon item.
I mean, so you can if you're going to go shopping, give me an investigation trick, or anybody that could possibly best look for an item. Probably Vapor would do the best job because he's got a bit of an advantage to it through the Harper contacts in town.
Yeah, that's cool.
So if Vapor wants to give me just a investigation check, and then
Investigation. All right.
Yep.
Open or tower?
You can give it to me in the open, and then follow a D100.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, just a straight
Look
D100.
at you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's you.
Jesus, I guess I'm done for tonight. I better just stay in town and do the shopping. You guys go out and do the fighting, right?
So there are two of them available. You found two of them available.
Make sure you got me a sandwich when I come back.
Okay,
A 7th level shopper.
I'll pick those up. And I already have one left, so I've already got it like set up.
Okay, and those
what's the price?
They will be full dose, right? Which is 4 of them, I believe.
Oh, they're each. Oh, it's.
Hold on a second.
Oh, so
it's 120 per dose.
Is the pricing?
Oh
so.
no. So the maximum is 5 doses. So each one of the ointments will have 5 doses.
Okay.
And therefore, the price for each one will be
600.
600 gold for a fully charged one. So you can decide if you want one or both of them or whatever.
I'll take one.
Okay.
Save some gold for other things.
Yeah, and I guess you can just add the charges to the food that you already have. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and Vapor, what were you wanting to look for?
Well, I was looking for some better AC, but I don't think I've got enough cash here, and it's not going to really benefit me that much.
What do you mean you don't? You have more than enough.
You think so?
So the starting price, any of the healing stuff is going to go for list price, but some of the stuff you can negotiate on too. So
Yeah, healing I took. It's just I was thinking maybe upgrading that leather armor, but I think it's too expensive to get the +2.
I mean, you're sitting at. Let me do this for you.
Platinum is 10 gold in this in 5e. Guess they are.
Oh, 10. Oh,
I'm going to convert your currency over a little bit here.
all right.
Okay. Okay.
And you guys feel free to convert your currency if you want to however, because we're not using the I'm not adding that to your
Oh, I see.
Wait.
Convert. Little
Okay.
button there.
I assume any currency that you extra that you have, you're just storing in the chest provided to you on the second floor of Twilight's mansion.
Yeah.
Or cottage.
I love that. I love that. This little thing here.
Yeah. So right. So Vapor's sitting at 3,600 gold.
Mhm.
Right. So theoretically, I mean,
You're rich.
theoretically, you could get armor +1, right?
Well, I've got that now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. I have studded leather armor +1.
Oh, yeah. You know what? All I saw was the regular one in there.
Yeah. Oh, do I have 2 on me? I'll get rid of that one then. I don't use that.
Wait. Oh, you know what? I don't know what that was. That was weird. It wasn't
Yeah.
showing the +1 for a second. Then I scrolled and it appeared. All right. So you would really be looking for a.
Well, either a +2 or perhaps, like you said, was it a ring of protection? I don't know. Let's see what those go for.
Ring
Well,
or
Viper, do you want to use the ring of protection I've got and save the money for something else?
Oh. Oh, that would probably. Okay, that might work.
So a ring of protection is 3,500 before negotiation if there's one available, and a cloak of protection is 3,500 as well.
Vapor, here you go. Here, take this ring.
Take the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in the party sheet.
All right, yeah, because I like to have some cash first in case we need it.
that means you guys are engaged now.
That's
We
right.
Oh,
It dropped it. It just bounced down the hill. Oh no.
Let me check something here real quick too. All right, I equipped it for you. You're attuned to it. We just need to give you the effect for it.
Ah.
Then you can put that on yourself. All right, let me grab that and drag it over.
Well, that benefit saves too as well, huh?
Yep.
All right, so then if we do need cash, I still got that 35, roughly 3,600 gold. We can still use that for something else if it benefits someone else.
Yeah, we're thinking of pooling to maybe get something to benefit the party.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I've got this longsword in the bag of holding. We might as well sell.
Ah, okay.
Okay. There's an effect I added underneath items. I'm going to go ahead and put it on you, but it's there if it falls off.
Okay.
Paper. So it's not going to show up as your AC total, but you'll notice it in the effect.
Yeah, you notice like
Okay,
you see on my. Okay, that's cool.
Let me make sure it actually got on you.
Yeah, I see it.
I still apparently have you on a map somewhere standing next to Win. Interesting. You have his aura protection.
Oh, that's his aura. I was gonna say, where'd that come from? I'll stand next to him the whole time.
When you do me a favor, click on your main tab, click on your big portrait.
Okay.
Let me know if there's showing you on a map somewhere.
No, I don't see the little. It's supposed to be a little icon next to the small one, right?
Okay. All right. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just delete it from you. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have you
Yeah.
on a map.
No problem.
Okay, so that sword is a treasure item. And we set the price on that to 90%.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay.
A little more bling for the more cash for the group.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking about buying?
What was that list that you mentioned earlier, Cuck?
So Cook's items that he threw out there were, let me find it again.
I'll tell you right now that if you guys think that staff of healing would help,
Yeah, I'm
cure
leaning
wounds,
towards that.
lesser restoration, mass cure wounds.
Mm-hmm. So that, yep. So staff of healing, a staff of thunder and lightning. Yeah, those are the two staffs that I threw out there. Boots of speed. The boots of speed and the gauntlet of ogre power would definitely help Cook. No doubt about it. Necklace of fireballs for Finn to keep him from using spells would help. Staff of healing is really good.
Yeah.
Staff of thunder and lightning was looked to be pretty decent. Wand of magic missiles would be probably at the lower end of that, although it's it's still very valuable. But so when you're looking at the items, a necklace of 5 beads, fireball. This is base price, so it could be higher. And I don't have my glasses on, but I think it's 38.40. Let me bump up the.
A one bead necklace of fireballs 3,000. Sorry, 300.
So I'm looking at the same magical
80.
prices. There's one down there for 5 beads that says it's 38.40.
Right. The staff
Wow.
of healing is
13,000.
Healing.
13,000.
How much?
13,000.
13.
Base price before negotiations.
That would be. I would throw in for that, but I don't know if we'd get anywhere close.
Well, let's throw in some money then. So Cook would throw in, and we'll let Mike start totaling this up for us.
Out there in 3,700.
Finn
So
can fit in 3,000 for Finn.
Okay, 3,700. Okay, Finn was 3,000.
Yeah.
Cook could throw in 2,800.
I can throw in 3,000.
I can do 3.
Okay, so
that's 15.5 total. So I guess if we can find one, we can see how much it is, and if we can have to come up with some more money, we can see what Wynn has.
So we're looking for the staff of healing.
Yes.
Correct.
Vapor, give me an investigation check in the tower, please.
Okay.
And that's a rare item, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
The investigation. Here it comes. Come on, Billy. Billy Baru.
Okay, now give me a D100, please.
D100 in the tower. I'll do that.
Yep.
Boom.
There is no staff of healing in town. That was your D100.
No problem. I mean,
Hey, That's the way it works.
It's
That's
a,
where
it's a
we
rare
got
item,
we
so
got the
Yeah,
cash, so we can always keep trying if we need to. I
yep,
mean,
you
over
can.
time,
I
different
mean, you
place.
can. There's caravans coming in and out from
hmm
all over the place, from Mithril Hall to Baldur's Gate to Luskin, and they're constantly coming in and out of the city. So I mean, even
Cool.
the next day, they're for a uncommon and rare items. There's a chance probably every day that there might be some new inventory in town.
All right.
So if you want to, if you're really dead set on getting this, you can just tell me like how many days you guys want to stay in town, and then we can make a couple of rolls.
So the gauntlets of ogre power are 8,000, and they're uncommon, so they might be pretty findable.
True. Would that be better than? So I was looking here. So the necklace of fireballs. So this is really interesting. So you, I'm assuming there's something about the necklace of fireballs, depending on the beads, because a necklace of fireballs with 4 beads is 1,600. A necklace of fireballs with 5 beads is 3,840. So I'm assuming all the beads aren't. I'm assuming you got 1 bead at one. I don't know how that works actually.
So each bead that you hurl is a fireball, but if you hurl 2 beads at once, you can increase the level of the fireball for 1 bead
Ah,
beyond the first. So
Oh,
if you had 5 beads and you threw the
oh,
entire
that's
thing at
right.
something, it would be a fireball cast at 8th level.
Oh, that's right. Fireballs have a set number of. They don't go up by level.
Right. Well, it does
Yeah.
when you upcast it.
Well, no, but I'm not like if you're ninth level, it's 96. If it's second, it's this. I can.
No, you have to
Yeah.
right. You have to
Right.
cast a higher spell slot.
okay. So I see. So 1 bead is basically a 3rd level fireball,
Correct.
and then each bead beyond that adds basically one. It goes up goes up the level of fireball by 1. Okay.
So the thing about the beads is anybody can use them. Like if you wanted a spell scroll of 3rd level, that's only 200 gold, and it would be cheaper if you wanted your spellcaster to do it. But the beads anybody can do. That's the
True.
trade-off.
True.
Well, do you want to spend one more day, try for the wand of healing or the staff of healing again, and then
Well, I'm thinking we
Sure.
might have to wait a week or two. I'm thinking we have to probably go more than a day or so. I would be willing to
Or
do a week.
you could see it, some of those other items. You could see if they're in town as of now, and that doesn't mean we have to get them or not, right?
Vapor, would you if so let's maybe this to Kale's point. Maybe we spend another day waiting on the staff of healing, but while we're there, we look at some other smaller based items. Like Cook would be like, "Hey, can we find a potion of speed? Could we find a potion of fire or hill giant strength or giant strength, if anything?" Because I remember fighting those stone giants the first time on the switchback. I was able to really do some damage with that
Mhm.
fire giant strength potion. So something like that would be the cheaper route to go, rather than finding gauntlets of ogre power and using money for that when we might find the staff tomorrow.
Right. That staff is, it recharges a certain amount each day, which is kind of nice to have that
Yeah.
Yeah. So
continual
so if we
versus
can
a one
if
use.
so Cook would be like, well, if we can find these minuscule items, so to speak, we don't buy them. We run the risk of somebody buying them, not, but at least we can see if they're there. And if we can't find the staff of healing the second or day, maybe we go back and buy some of the smaller stuff. Just
Well, okay, the thing with that stuff of healing, like, yeah, it's great and everything, but it's really niche kind of thing. Like I feel that if we spread around, get a few things to help our attack or this or that, like we do have some potions in a pinch, but like with the staff of healing, like that's a big chunk of money just for something to use like now and then kind of thing.
True.
Well, it does restore, which is kind of nice, not just pure
Oh,
healing.
okay, that's
All
true.
right, that's kind of a benefit, and it also can do a mass heal for a set number of charges, which might save some of our healing words and things that we do in battle. I mean, just
Oh, okay,
it's a
yeah,
good option
yep, that's right.
because it seems like we inflict quite a bit of damage. With Kale, with his arrows, and with Cuck and all that. It's that post post battle recharge where we're kind of like, oh, I'm kind of out of spells.
Okay, so
And we could wait let's wait a few days, see what happens, and if
Yeah,
some of the
let's
lesser ones are available, we could always say, all right, we'll opt for these instead.
let's see. Yeah, let's see what's around. Wait a few days, and then we'll see if that stuff comes in then.
Okay.
okay,
So-
so what do you want to look for first?
Yeah, just throw out some items you're interested in. We'll take an investigation on that.
The
good.
gauntlets of ogre power.
I rolled.
Go.
I rolled. So I, using your modifiers, I rolled the next 3 investigations.
Oh, okay,
So
great.
that way we
Perfect.
don't waste.
So
any time.
the things that would definitely help Cook be more powerful and attack better or more would be gauntlets of ogre power, boots of speed. Those and then
Well, the gauntlets of ogre power will give you 1 more +1 modifier,
okay.
right? Because you're at +3,
That's-
it takes you to 19, which would only be +4.
That's really not worth 8,000 gold.
And
How about the boots of speed? Because that would give me 1 more attack per round.
How about
And make me a little
that,
faster.
isn't that's only movement, not attack per round. Okay,
Let me
haste
double
spell.
check.
Yeah, I
Is it-
think because remember I cast haste on you,
Haste is something different,
which
right?
totally different than speed. Correct.
yeah?
Okay.
How about a dwarven thrower?
Well, that would always really be cool.
Yeah.
Boots of speed just double your base movement.
What's the belt of dwarven kind do?
Makes you ugly like a dwarf. No.
Increases your constitution by 2 up to a maximum of 20. Gives you advantage on charisma persuasion checks interacting with dwarfs. And you have a 50% randomly at the dawn of each day of growing a beard.
Nice.
Would they have any like belts of giant strength or anything like that?
Oh, also, if you aren't a dwarf, you get advantage on saving throws versus poison and resistance to poison damage, dark vision out to 60, and then you can read, speak, and write Dwarvish. So just so just tell me what 3 items you guys actually want to look for, and then I can resolve that rather quickly before having to make any more rolls.
So the staff of thunder and lightning gives some pretty cool attack effects. Let's see here. Staff of Thunder and Lightning does this. It says +2 to attack and damage rolls. When you hit a melee attack using staff, you cause the target to take an extra 2d6 lightning damage. Or you can cause the staff to emit a crack of thunder. It must be target must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution or become stunned. You can do a lightning strike, 5 feet wide, but 120 feet long. DC 17 Dexterity, or take 9d6 lightning. and a half on a successful save. A thunderclap, which would be 2d6 and deafened them for a minute. Thunder and lightning together, but you can only use that once per day. So I mean, it's got a little bit of everything.
If you melee with staffs,
And who would actually use that?
I guess that'd be a great monk weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be a
actually.
good monk weapon. Yeah.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't think so. So
What about Boots of Elvenkind for Kale?
I've got the cloak, which I think works pretty good.
Hale's an archer, right? Mainly.
Yeah.
What about Braces of Archery? A little extra bonus on your damage.
If anything, I'd be looking for maybe something to raise my dex, like either like a Iron Stone or something like that, or
Oh,
Okay.
So a belt of hill giant strength, Kale, would take my strength to 21.
yeah. Okay, that if that's not on a list, they could. It's got to be on the list and for it to roll on.
So an ion
It-
stone would only take you up to 20 max. It can't go take you above 20, just so you know.
Yeah,
it
that's
could
when those
increase you
manuals
from
be
18
better
to
than
20. Well, yeah, if you're already at 20, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Did you want to see if there's a belt of giant strength or no?
I mean,
There's a hill giant. You probably can get a.
yeah.
how
if
much
it's-
is
I
it?
mean,
Alright, so
that's
it's
up to
close.
Mike because it's not on the list.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah.
And Mike's got to decide if he wants to have that in his game too, because those are pretty.
Yeah, I think it's.
They're I would have to give them a very, very rare chance of finding them.
I think so. Yeah.
So I mean, I could look for them,
Hey, you know what, Vapor? Maybe
but
you'll.
but it can't go with the rolls I already did because that's on a different scale.
No, right.
I would agree. Yeah, that's fine.
No, I mean it's literally on a different die scale. I have legendary items set to a different, completely different die roll scale
Okay.
on the tables I made. And anything that's a giant strength, whether it's technically not one, is one or not one, I'm treating them as a legendary item.
Makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. It's a biggie.
So you can give me a 2D, a 2D 100 roll. So just roll two 1D100s.
Yeah. For vapor
Yes.
power.
And
Here it
I'll
comes.
let you know if you're even close enough to roll the other one. No, you're not. You're not.
Okay.
No matter what you roll on your investigation check, there's not one in town.
That makes sense. That's okay.
I found let's see, not a belt of giant kind, but suspenders of orc strength.
Okay, so again, give me the 3 items you guys actually want to look for.
Yeah, just give him an order. Talking, he's already got the rolls made.
Okay.
And we can do that with waiting to see if there's the staff of healing available, and kind of wrap this up over the next couple of days while you're waiting for
Sure.
looking
Yeah,
around
I'd
and
like to still
searching.
try for the healing one if we can.
Yep. So look for the look for the gauntlets of ogre power.
Yep.
We'll do that one first.
You find 3 sets of them in town.
Okay.
Oh,
Look for the wand of magic missiles.
yeah.
There's 3 of those in town.
oh,
Okay, so that's good to know. Let's see. Look for. We have a bag of holding, right?
Yes.
Maybe. You know what? Wynn said something about a magic carpet. So look for a magic carpet.
Magic carpet ride.
Yeah.
There's no chance of finding one in town.
Okay.
Would there be any elven chain?
Yes. I'm not even going to roll for that.
Okay.
There is absolutely elven chain in town. Of all sizes and shapes.
Did you want to see about some potions for the giant strength and that? Since
Yeah.
Let me double check something here.
Finn has a pearl of power, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Andy has a new. Oh, wait, no, that's Vapor. Never mind. Vapor's got a new ability, if you remember what that is. Similar to that.
Look for a Ring of the Ram. I'm just throwing things out now.
Okay, so there is a Ring of the Ram.
Okay.
Vapor will be playing magic carpet right on this little loot back here.
There is a potion of Hill Giant Strength available.
Oh.
Okay.
How much is that?
5,000 gold.
Whoa.
That's some Hill Giant. Oh, mama.
Yeah, well, they're good, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
But, oof.
Yeah, you want to take that, and then you want to be hasted. Get the extra attack in there.
Yeah, that's what you did last time.
Yeah.
You know what? Just for kicks and giggles, see if a dwarven thrower is out there.
What is that?
It is a
Very rare.
Very rare, yeah. So Warhammer, very rare.
Price at 18,000.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't afford that. Never mind.
Well, maybe with what you guys, depending on how
Negotiation. Vapor. It's going to get half price.
Let's see if there's one there first.
Yeah. Hey, this is the ball peen hammer. What the hell? Oh well, it's 1d4. One of our early games, we had a cleric that had the storm giant belt, the ogre power, and then he had the thunderbolts hammer.
Oh wow!
Vapor investigation check, please.
Investigation check.
Yep, tower.
Right here. Bam.
Nope, just missed it.
It's all right.
It sold last week.
You needed a combined modifier, and you're 8 points off the combined modifier with the D100 roll.
Oh well. So we know that there's gauntlets of ogre power. We know there's a ring of the ram. We know that there's a wand of magic missiles.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think try for the
Ring of
staff.
shooting stars, guys. It's very rare, and it's 14,000
Ooh.
base price. All right, Vapor, try it.
Investigate?
Well, roll the D100. Well,
Oh.
no, roll investigation first. Sorry, go ahead and do
Right,
that.
no problem.
Roll a D100. I won't make you add the modifier into it.
Oh, 33.
I'm not making you. I got it.
Okay.
And that's a very rare or rare?
Very rare.
Okay, you do find one.
Okay.
Just came in on a caravan from Luskin.
Getting
Nice.
Little miles.
So you can cast dancing lights and light at will. The ring has 6 charges.
Was that for the ring?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The ring. I'm just reading this off of D&D Beyond. You can cast dancing lights and light at will. The ring has 6 charges. It regains 1 to 6 daily.
Per day.
You can cast 1 charge as an action to cast Fairy Fire. You can expend 2 charges as an action to create 1 to 4 3-foot diameter spheres of lightning. So if you were to throw 1 sphere, it would be 4d12. If you were to throw 2 spheres, it would be 5d4. 3 spheres are 2d6, and 4 spheres are 2d4. Each sphere appears in an unoccupied space you can see within 120 feet of you. They last as long as you concentrate, up to 1 minute. As a bonus action, you can move each sphere up to 30 feet, but no farther than 120 feet away from you. When a creature comes within 5 feet of the sphere, it discharges lightning at the creature and disappears.
Yeah.
On a DC 15 dexterity, half or full.
All right, let's get the price before you even consider it. Why don't
Right.
you
I just
roll
want
me a
everybody to know what it
persuasion
did. Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
tower, please.
I'm sorry, I missed that. In the tower? What was it?
Persuasion.
Yeah, just a persuasion check,
Persuasion.
and then followed by a D100.
Persuasion. Ooh, okay. That's the right one. And a D100.
All right, so this guy is not very willing to part with this. Let me do this math real quick.
Let's see if this him in. He's probably looking for a top price for it.
He's actually not going to sell it to you for any less than, let's just call it 17,000,
Okay.
because he's got a buyer lined up in Mithril Hall that wants it.
Fair
and
enough.
is willing to give him 20, but for the sake of having the gold now, he will give it to you for that price. You rolled about as bad as you could there.
Yeah, I think we should go for the staff of healing if
All right.
find
So
it.
I think we've done enough.
I give it one
walking
more
around.
try.
Give the staff of healing a try, and then we'll make some decisions.
Okay, go ahead and do the same dice combination. Do investigation,
Investigate,
and then a
right.
D100, and I'll just add your modifiers and myself.
Okay. Bam. And bam.
Well, that's fun. You rolled a 1 on your investigation check, but you rolled a 99 on your D100. So, yeah, there is one in town.
All right, Vapor. Put your best suit on and
Persuasion.
and dress up and slick back your hair and
Yeah, get the hair ready.
give it a
Shine,
go.
Yep.
shine the shoes.
Persuasion followed by a D100.
Right. Maybe I'll play a little tune while I come in. Persuasion and a D100.
Okay, so your combined was 117. And that is 70% of list price.
Oh,
So let me do the calc real quick. He'll give it to you for 9,100.
oh,
That's
Sweet.
the best price.
That's
that
a-
70% list is the best price you can get on
That's a
Bargoon.
deal.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah, I say we take that.
Yeah. I'll throw in
So
three
that's-
3,000.
All right, just
Well, if we wanted to split it out equally, that'd be like 1,520 a piece. I'm rounding up. It's 1516, but
Oh, for three.
for 6 people, right?
Oh, for 9,000.
For
Yeah.
9,100
Yeah.
divided by the 6 is
Five.
1516.66. I was just like, the guy gave us a pretty good deal. We'll give him 1520 a piece and
Sure.
call it a day.
Okay.
is Jim
Right.
going to be all right with that?
If he's not, I'll take his price. Like I'll put the
If
bulk
he's
up.
not, then we'll reimburse him.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
for the good of the party.
Was it 1520? Did you say?
Actually, I could put it in now, and he can pay up later. I'll put in the like a double share, and he can pay me later if he's in on
Okay.
it.
Okay, that'll work.
All right.
He's got quite a bit of money, so.
All right. So I'm just going to spend that currency for Staff of Healing.
I might get Paper to just check for Ring or Featherfall for the hell of it.
Sure.
Okay,
Investigate.
hold on. So we're at 7,500, give or take. Who are we missing money from?
1520, 1520, 1520,
Okay,
3,000.
nope. We got it. Okay, let me put this in before I forget. I take it Praeton's getting it, or is Vapor?
As
Or
long as someone
somebody
has it.
Yeah, don't leave that behind.
Yeah. Who does it make more sense to have it?
a Bard, Cleric, or Druid can attune to it.
So tactically, what do you think, Vapor?
Well, I do a lot of concentration spells. I'm not doing a lot of crossbows and unless I'm in melee. And if I'm in melee, that means we're in trouble anyway. So,
Probably Vapor, because
Yeah,
you have,
I have healing
have-
spells, right?
yeah,
yeah, I've got the healing word too, which is helpful at distance. I just like you're able to.
And you have, well, I guess you could have mass healing word too, but you don't.
well, the one thing about
Yeah, I have mass healing word, but
Praeton is that if he's hard pressed, he can teleport away and
That-
use that thing.
That was my point. He can move around like that.
yeah, I can also go invisible. So
Yeah, I think if unless anybody else disagrees, I think
Well, let me just think
Praeton.
about this. Like, can I ask Mike a question?
Sure.
Improved invisibility. That's not considered an attack if I'm using that, correct?
With improved invisibility, you can do whatever you want to do.
yeah, you can attack with improved, can't you?
Right. I
Yeah,
just took
with
that spell as
advantage.
4th level.
Yeah. Oh,
So
nice.
I could use
I
that.
think you guys should go and have a scrap and whoever's standing.
Yeah,
And we'll
that'll
maybe
be
like-
like tonight. We'll wager.
It'd probably be like a big slap fest. All right, round 98. Somebody win this thing, please. Keep healing Arsenal.
Just
So
whoever
maybe-
makes most sense, right?
Well, I think you've got more healing than I do, correct?
Yes.
So why
But-
don't I take it so now we kind of balance out the healing effect? Because if you go
That's-
down,
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
Perfectly
that's about.
fine with that because this is
Yeah.
a party thing anyway. So.
Yeah.
No, that's probably the best justification.
Yeah.
And if
Okay.
I can use that invisibility, that would help a lot moving around the.
But if fate perhaps
battlefield.
happens to go down though, Prayton, you make sure that first thing you do is run to go get it.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Don't want to leave that behind.
Nope.
No,
Yes.
Okay. All right.
we'll put on there. Please return to if found.
Okay, so you can drag that over, and I'll give
Oh yeah, is that in the party sheet there? Oh yeah, there it is. Boom.
Nice.
And I think there's effect coding for it. So 1 second.
Yeah, let me take
Let me
a
drag.
look.
I'll drag it over.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll put it under items. I created a special one just for your loot. I don't think we need to do that for this.
Now, Mike, when we take a long rest for the evening, I don't think any of these automatically re-roll, right? I noticed the wands don't for their charges. Is that something I have to just remember to do every day if I use it up or keep track of it?
Oh man, they didn't add any spell effect coding for the staff of healing. Yeah, you're gonna.
Hey,
have
we
to keep
bought
track
a
of it. You're gonna have
bummer
to-
staff, guys. No, it's a knockoff. No.
Yeah, so you're gonna have that. You're gonna have to do that. I can add this. I'm not gonna do it now because it's gonna take me a bit. But off session, I can add these spell effects for the staff of healing. Yeah, each day you'll want to reroll your
Okay,
charges
all right.
yourself, and then I'll just let you manage that yourself.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. I can do that.
It's gonna obviously start fully charged. So
Finn, do you want to see if you can? He can find you some scrolls of fireball, so you don't have to use up all your spell slots.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Because we got a little bit of money left.
Yeah, I gotta step away just for a couple minutes.
all right. Let's, you wanted me to check for a ring of featherfall?
Yeah, just fail it.
Vapor, give me the two dice rolls,
Yeah,
please.
let me go to that skill investigation. Yeah, we got such a deal on the other thing. Maybe we still got some cash laying around.
Believe it or not, there's not one available in town at the moment.
Okay.
All right, so let me see. The staff's got.
I think you can do any of the cure wounds.
Could
up
Finn
to
make his own
fourth.
scrolls, or is that kind of time consuming? That
I'm sorry, what was that?
can Finn make his own scrolls, or is that pretty time consuming?
That's interesting.
You
question.
can at some point he can.
I'll look that up for you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. Let me see here. So I think I can do this directly onto the item easier because the mod I have. Let's see, staff of healing.
Yeah, staff of healing does the restoration as well as disease too, so that's good.
11th level?
You have to be 11th level to do it.
I think so.
Describe a scroll. Third level scroll is 1 week and minimum of 500 GP.
Okay, so
That's from Xanathars.
Do I have to be at a certain level though before I can do that?
Let's see. You have to have proficiency with Arcana,
Mhm.
as well as know the scroll, know the spell,
Mhm.
and you must have the material components. So the cost to scribe a spell scroll is in gold required and time taken. So if you are the level of the scroll, of the spell, if you have the level of the spell that you can cast, I would say that
You can
it's
write
up
the
to
scroll.
Mike, but you
Ah.
can do the scroll.
Interesting. Mhm. Well, that's good to know.
Whatever Lee said is what we're going with.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up and post it in the general just so you have it for future reference in the yeah, the general.
Yeah, thank you.
So on the staff of healing itself,
Mm-hmm.
if you click on the item and then go to actions, I added 3 actions there that should automatically deduct the charges when you use it. And I think you can keep track of your charges there. If not, don't worry about it.
No, right now it just says actions, but there's nothing listed.
Really?
Yeah, let me
Here, let me do this.
I'll just drop this in general and show you what it looks like.
I'm just going to put it back in here and just make sure.
Yeah, see the ring of protection. That's good. That's got the effect there. That's cool.
So if you go into your inventory sheet,
Inventory, got it.
click
That
on the shield next to the staff of healing, and it'll pull up the description.
Yes.
There's an action tab there. Do you see
Oh, okay.
powers,
Now I
cure
see
wounds,
it.
mass cure
Okay.
wounds, and lesser restoration?
Yes, yes.
You can expand the magnifying glass there, I think,
Yep.
or
I can
drag.
see it.
I think you can drag those effects over. See, it's supposed to automatically give that effect to you when you equip it. That's what I'm kind of wondering why it's not doing that. Huh. All right. Well, whatever. I will.
Oh, that's helpful.
I don't think it actually does anything though. For it just puts it there. There's not
So
a
where
button
it
you
says
can hit
where
anything
it
with.
says heal, target 1d8 plus 4 doesn't do anything. What if I drag? Oh, I can't
If you drag it over to target, you can, I guess.
I really can't. I can't drag it. The whole box moves.
No, just the
Oh,
just the actual amount where it says 1d8 plus 4.
oh,
Just
oh. I'm
drag that
sorry.
over.
Yeah. So I'll put this on Praetor.
Yeah, so you can do it
Okay.
that
Yeah.
way.
Okay. That's cool. That works. And then same thing with mass.
Yeah. And, yeah, but you'd have to drag that over to everybody. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but I could target them, right? I can
Yeah,
target.
you could target them all and then double click.
I can do like this.
Yep, there you go. Perfect.
Okay, that's cool.
That'll work. And then it
Yeah,
tells you how many charges are there. It doesn't automatically deduct the charges, but you can do that.
no.
Yeah,
No, that's great.
You have to click those off. You're right.
Yeah, that's.
And every long rest, you have to remember to roll your D6 or D10.
Yeah, it's Oh, I
And
gotta
don't
look it up.
forget, if you get down and you expend all the,
Oh no, right. Don't want
there's
to
a
do that.
chance it blows up.
Yeah. So it's
Um,
D6 plus 4. So that's actually a pretty good
Yeah.
recharge. 5 a day.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, you'll at least get 1 mass cure wounds a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
can't beat that. Maybe the last thing, unless you guys have anything else. So Finn, you can do your own scroll for 500.
Yep.
Or we could look for a 3rd level scroll of Fireball to see if anybody has it. It's really interesting because it says it's 200, but that may not be the price because that's just the base price for a 3rd level scroll. But Mike can let us know.
Yep. Let's see what we can buy it for, and if it's over 500, then I can write one in.
Fair enough.
We done shopping?
Almost.
So wait, the DMG basically says that it's more expensive to create your own scroll than to buy somebody else's scroll.
Yeah, it really does. That's crazy. That's
probably a flaw in here. I think for the
I know I would rule it. I would probably use Xanathar's cost as the cost of.
Yeah, I think
buy
we'll
it.
do that. I think we'll do that for scroll spells.
So the question is, to save time, Finn, do we want to spend 500 and
Yeah, I can spend 500 and pick up a scroll, no problem.
if it's available?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a scroll available.
Okay. Could you put that in
Scroll.
the party sheet, and I'll knock off.
What did you want it to be again?
A fireball.
Hold on a second. Time out. So now see the 1 bead necklace of fireballs is 300.
Ah.
So we're gonna have to keep that at 300 for it then. Yeah, there's a little bit of an inconsistency there. We'll just call it 300.
Okay. I'll pay that.
Yeah, that's interesting because
Yeah, I think that's just the disconnect of me using that for the prices, not really aligning with what's in the book.
yeah. So this is something to think about, Mike. So I've got Merchants in Magic, and it's got an asterisk by the scrolls, and it says the scroll is, for instance, a 3rd level scroll says 200 GP. Add the spell's material component cost to the scroll's value. A spell scroll of Revivify has a value of 300 gold plus 200 for the base scroll to equal 500. So maybe what they're saying is that you take the 3rd level
Price and then add the cost of the scroll
and add it to
onto
this scroll cost. So based on Xanathar's to do, well, that doesn't say. Actually, I would actually probably do it that way, because if you say the base price to get a 3rd level scroll is 200, and then Xanathar says to make one is 500, I would say if you bought one, that would be 700 total, and then you negotiate. So maybe you can use that as a guide, and it'll always be buying a scroll is higher than making a scroll if you do it that way.
Okay, that makes sense. You got this one for a really good deal. We'll worry about that later.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
You can drag it over for 300.
Thank you.
All right, Lee, when you get a chance, could you just send me a Discord message on that so I can actually?
I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in the campaign information where I put the.
I don't think you can type anything in that.
Where did I put?
Put the scroll build info in general.
That's what I did. Okay.
Yeah, just put it in general, and then I'll make sure there's a note for it in the game we all can see so we know. All right, so I think we're ready to move on, unless anybody has anything else.
I'm good.
Nope, that's good.
All right, so you're done shopping in Silverymoon. What are you guys doing?
I think we should go back and see if we can report our findings to the Twilight Bard.
Yes, and get updates on what's going on.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so let me just do this real quick.
We got our fee for the caravan thing, do we?
Fee.
Or what did we? Maybe
Our caravan guard.
Wait. Kale's been doing a little bit of side hustle.
Yeah,
did I say that out loud?
Yeah. that was supposed to be my inner voice.
I think the fee was those thousands of gold you liberated from the
Yes,
giant lair that
that
was
works.
Harper Gold that no one seemed to have asked for yet.
Untraceable. Well, I'm
Nice.
here. I'm here, Mike. So I did check the little circle.
Okay, everybody check up if you're
Yeah,
here. I just want to
okay.
make sure we're all here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Little DM help there.
I don't know who I'm missing, but we'll just go on. Okay, so as you approach the portal in Silverymoon, you see a peculiar assembly of characters are already occupying the magical platform. You see an elderly human wizard, his eyes reflecting a lifetime of arcane wisdom, and he's standing beside a moon elf ranger who has a bit of an air of secrecy surrounding her. To complete the trio, you also see a tiefling druid who exuding a primal energy that hints at a deep connection with the natural world. Noticing your apprehension at them, the ranger winks at you while flashing you a pin from her collar, and you notice that it's in the shape of a harp.
Foster.
What do you do? So basically, these three are joining you on the portal to go to the cottage, is what it boils down to.
Okay, well, I kind of trust that Twilight Bard has good defenses that wouldn't let people who aren't allowed come.
Cook
I'll
blusters
just-
up and goes, "You know the Twilight Bard, do you?"
And the ranger nods at you. We sure do. We're on our way to join her. And Cormanther.
Oh,
My name's Mint, and I hear I'm going to be doing all kinds of scouting and acting as a runner. And the older gentleman here is the wizard Jorgen. I guess he's going to be working on fortifying the area around her cottage. And my tiefling friend here is the druid Tomas. And Tomas looks at you and goes, I really am unsure at this point what I'm doing. I was just summoned. And they go, Mint looks at you all and takes you in. She goes, well met. And at that, the wizards manning the portal start their incantations. And a few moments later, the air shimmers with the mystical energy as the wizards overseeing the portal complete their intricate spell work. Suddenly, you find yourselves in the very familiar basement of Lady Twilight's cottage. This time, not alone, but accompanied by the intriguing trio. As always, the room is lit with a majestic purple glow while the suits of armor along the walls stand guard. And I'm going to, just in case you forgot, somewhere around here, I swear I have an image for you. So that's kind of what that looks like, if you recall.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The portal
Oh
area.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
And I'm not going to drag any maps out here quite yet. What are you doing?
Oh.
Guess that's what I actually have to ask you before, we get past this awkward silence there.
So all of our
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of us are that in that basement then, correct?
Yeah, the three of them that joined you, they just kind of rushed down the corridor between the bookshelves. And I could share the map if you don't remember, but
Cook
south
knows
of the
right
portal.
where the barrel of ale is. He's going to get a drink.
Yeah.
Right. So her laboratory is through a secret door in the western wall behind a bookshelf. You've been in
Right.
there. But they just continue through the corridor to the south to the mirror and step through.
Hmm.
What are
So
you
it
doing?
appears they're familiar with this her abode then, correct?
Or at
They're
least
not.
been given instruction what to do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Cook will grab a tankard and he'll follow him.
You're in the basement. You have to ask those questions in the kitchen.
Ah, yes.
All right. So are you guys following them? Through the
Yes.
portal?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll follow 'em through.
Okay, so as you step through the enchanted mirror, you find yourself once again in the main living area of Twilight's quaint cottage. The atmosphere is lively, and the room has transformed into an impromptu meeting space. Additional wooden chairs gathered in a circle complement the existing furniture, an eclectic mix of a plush sofa, a couple of sofa seats, and a variety of cozy chairs. The occupants of the seats are a diverse assembly of characters, all displaying the distinct aura of harpers or those aligned with the organization. The druid from the teleportation platform acknowledges you with a nod, a silent recognition of your shared purpose. The room buzzes with whispered conversations and the occasional rustle of papers. Near the hearth, Lady Twilight engages in a dialogue with who you now know to be Tasmikella, the ancient and wise dragon in her human guise.
Oh.
Noticing you, she motions you towards the door of her study to the south. What do you do?
I start moving towards the open door to the study. I don't.
Yeah, go as
Yeah.
indicated.
We'll follow.
And for the sake of the stream, let me reshare this. That's the Twilight Bard.
Oh,
Yep.
thanks.
Yep.
Okay, so you go into her study. That would be the southeast door.
Yep.
If
Mhm.
you're facing the hall towards the kitchen, it'll be on the left. A few minutes after entering the study, the Twilight Bard joins you, shutting the door behind you. Behind her, rather. She looks at you all, and she's got a little bit of a twinkle in her eye. So
Yeah.
I guess congratulations are in order. On
Oh,
behalf
my
of
lady. They were huge stone giants terrorizing the switchback in the cavern trail. We barely got out alive.
So, on behalf of the Harpers, I want to thank you for putting a stop to the attacks on our caravans. I want you to know I've got word and I've already dispatched people to retrieve what was taken from us.
Oh,
She pauses a second. Go ahead.
that was what we were going to talk to you about, Cook says.
She looks at you intently, Cook, and she smirks and says, "You know, I'm not so sure giving those caves to that little goblin was the best choice. But we will honor the agreement. Now, is there anything else I should know about other than that goblin?"
We ran into some Yeti and trying to get back to the caravan. They were fearsome and they attacked us, and it was a rough battle because we couldn't see. It was in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yes, that does happen in those mountains, and I've heard there are yetis about in the snow. They come down off the higher peaks to hunt in the blizzards. Is there
Mm.
anything else that may have occurred or you may have learned about the attacks that I should know of?
Well, we know about that Vanya kind of frequency.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. The goblin cook said this lady would come about every few weeks, and it sounded like Vanya, the way he described her.
She hears you out, and you can see her getting a little more visibly angry. And with a look of exasperation and more than a hint of anger, she replies to you, I shouldn't be surprised that the little bent was behind it. One more reason to ensure she meets her end, and hopefully a slow and painful one at that.
Drink to
Says my
that.
lady, is it strange for stone giants to have a shaman? They turned little man here into a stone.
Then put him in his belly.
It was quite embarrassing, really.
She kind
Little
of smiles a
disconcerting.
little bit at you and she says, I haven't seen anything of that sort myself, but I've heard about the rare stone giants that have a similar ability. They're called dreamwalkers.
Hmm.
But that is all I know.
Dreamwalkers.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
So she continues on. I'm sure you noticed the flurry of activity here. Please don't be alarmed. We are in process of fortifying the defenses of the area and make it into a more formal base of operations. It is critical that we move our base of operations entirely out of Elventree for the time being. We have already drawn the ire of Hillsfar, and we can't afford open conflict with them. And speaking of conflict, the Zentharm and Shadowvar have been oddly quiet lately. Some of the forest creatures have reported seeing small groups of Shadowvar moving about here and there, but no major activity. No sign of those damned red wizards either. I would be lying to you. I would be lying if I told you that this didn't concern me. God, I need to actually check my shit for typos.
What do you need from us, my lady?
Yeah, what can we do? Be of service.
Well, while you're gone, and not long after you departed to deal with the caravan attacks, I hired a small and seemingly capable group of adventurers that were looking for work to look into that burial site I told you about. It has been well over a week. Well, hell, more like 2 now, and they have yet to return or send word. I sent Pookie, if you recall.
Oh,
Pookie
the fairy
is
dragon.
Oh
the
yeah.
fairy
Yeah,
dragon.
yeah.
That's right.
I sent Pookie to inquire about this with the forest creatures in the area, and nobody has seen a sign of them. The poor little thing wanted to search the site itself, but as she got close, she described it as a sense of overwhelming dread frightened the poor deer to tears and sent her fleeing. She ran straight here, still crying, and it was miles away. Or flew here. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
She
Huh.
shakes her head and shrugs at you. Aside from that, Taz has been avoiding Moander's road and giving it a wide berth. She is in no mood to engage with 3 black dragons again by herself, even if 2 of them
Oh.
aren't fully grown.
Ouch.
Maybe we should check. We should go looking for this party then, guys.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Can she describe the composition of the party she said?
she sure can. 1 second. So after a moment of pause, she just kind of waited a second to see if you had like any quick questions. But she smiles at you all and she goes, "We still need to track down more fragments. We need to figure out what the Shadowvar and Zentarum are up to. We have to find out what happened to those adventurers I hired. Eventually, we're going to have to deal with those black dragons.
Mm.
And hopefully someday get to the city proper to recover what artifacts we can. And so on and so forth. A bard's job is never done. I'll leave it up to you to decide what to do next, as my hands are full with preparations here. Just let me know what you decide. In the meantime, the space upstairs is still yours. Your belongings will be safe despite the comings and goings. And feel free to do as you wish on the grounds, as long as you stay out of the way. And she looks at you and says, I'll wait your word. I want you to spend some time thinking about it. And at that, she exits her study and returns to the main living area. And you could see her re-engaging Taz McKella in a conversation. After a few more seconds, you see a very familiar Wood Elf scout that you had met before walk into the room. And he goes, Lady Twilight asked me to show you approximately where these things were occurring. So basically, he updates your map. So let me go ahead and reshare that for you so you can see what you're dealing with here.
Okay.
As soon as I find the damn thing. So you should see the map and the key.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the and symbol down by number 1. And basically what has been updated on the map for you is where Taz McKella was accosted approximately by the Black Dragons. That's number 6. Number 7 is the ancient burial site that the party went to go check out. 8 is where the report from the last time you talked to her about where they think there is an entrance to the Feywild, or at least a bleed over. 9 was the approximate area of the dead magic zone that her scouts had found. And 10 is where, if you recall, the mention of the mutilated slime-covered Zentarum bodies, missing organs were at.
Oh, yeah.
That was at number 10. And that's in the notes under Harper Intel 2, I believe. It should be shared with you.
Yeah, I remember us discussing that before.
This was what the intelligence you got the last time you were in town.
Mm-hmm.
Or town, at her cottage, rather.
Yeah, I lean towards the
All right.
burial site is what I'm thinking. Be good, because, yeah, if we can rescue that party and then find out what's going on.
So area 7?
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like a reasonable starting point.
I'm leery of going after black dragons yet.
But that 6 and 7 are kind of in the same direction.
Yes.
We can maybe start with the burial ground and see how.
And from there?
Yeah.
Of course, missing organ parts. That doesn't sound very good.
The dragons could do that to us too.
That's why I got the staff of healing, right? I'm guessing 6 then.
No, 7.
7.
I'm sorry, 7.
Yeah. Maybe the extra party can help us with the dragons.
Well, we'll send Cug to 6 and see what happens.
Whoa! I can take dragons.
All right, 1 second here. Just need to prepare something. Okay. So you're going to approach her and tell her that's what you've decided?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks at you all intently and says, "Well, that's a good choice. And honestly, that is what I would have preferred because I am quite worried about them. I hate not knowing the fate of those
Mhm.
who are in my employ." And she pauses for a second and then she continues. There were 4 of them. There was a half orc barbarian Durak, a tiefling sorceress called Lyria. Of course, there was the gnome rogue Rose and the noble Asamir paladin of the Morning Lord, Lathander, and her name was Seraphina Sunfire.
Another gnome. Nice.
Oh, and it's a she too.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that?
A little
So-
lady, little man.
Well, I'll have to watch my gold though. She's a rogue, I think.
So she ponders for a moment and peers at you all thoughtfully before asking you all, "Do any of you happen to speak Orcish or maybe Abyssal? I know the lost member of your band did, but I am unsure about the rest of you."
No Orcish here.
Oh,
I don't
It's
recall.
all I have is common and dwarvish.
Not me.
Nope.
Let me check Win real quick. Nope, not him either. Okay. All right, well, you all answer no. And she says, well, that's unfortunate. Taz's keen eyes has noticed writing on a monolith within the burial grounds that seemed to be some sort of combination of the 2 languages.
Hmm.
I suspect that this is where the adventurers I hired ended up. And she pauses for a moment in thought, and then she continues. The languages aren't an issue, though. I have something I can loan you that should do the trick. I do want it back when you are done with it, though. Follow me. And then she turns and leaves her study.
good. Follower.
Okay. At that, she leads you back through the mirror and into the basement. Moving down here, and I'm going to do this. Moving down the hall halfway, she reaches over and pulls a tome from the bookshelf on the right wall this time. Under her breath, she mutters a few words, and you hear a sliding sound. The very bookshelf itself begins to descend into the floor, revealing a chamber beyond.
Ooh.
And for the fun and shits and giggles of this, I'm just going to share the map. And you all should be on it and be able to see it.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, and you've been into the room on the left. I just left it open since you've been in there before.
Sure.
She walks over. And this is what's revealed behind the door. After the opening fully reveals itself, she walks in and immediately begins to rummage around in a large chest on the east side. From your current vantage point, the opulence of the Twilight Bard's vault unfolds before you like a fantastical dream. The air is heavy with the scent of wealth and power. The vault is an assortment of treasures beyond your imagination. 2 large weapon racks dominate one side of the room, displaying an assortment of weapons adorned with glowing runes and exquisite craftsmanship. Adjacent to them are 2 full suits of armor, gleaming with the allure of magical enchantments. A luxurious rug made from the hide of an unknown and undoubtedly rare creature graces the floor beneath. Arranged neatly on the rug are 3 bejeweled chests, each radiating an aura of mystery. Behind these marble platforms support display cases, showcasing fist-sized gems. An ancient tome bathed in arcane light and other items exude powerful magic. Flanking the chest, large urns overflow with a dazzling assortment of coins and gems, a testament to the boundless wealth contained within. Ominously positioned against the far wall, 2 suits of armor emit a faint purple glow, standing as silent guardians over the treasure trove.
Mm.
The room echoes with the resonance of immense power, making it abundantly clear that you stand amidst the accumulated treasures of a masterful and formidable individual. And here is the first person view of the room.
Ah,
Ah, nice.
Mm.
Ole.
My lady, this is awesome.
So she walks in, and as I said, she's immediately starts to rummage around in a large chest on the east side of the chamber. After a few frantic moments of rummaging through the chest, she stands up with a helm held proudly over her head. Aha! Here it is. She closes the chest and whispers something. You hear the sound of a lock clicking shut as she walks over to you. Here you go. This helm should go a long way towards helping you by letting you interpret that odd mashup of languages. And this is what she hands you.
Ooh,
oh wow.
nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Remember, this is only on loan. I want it back.
Of course.
And it is ID'd and in the party sheet. Then, smiling with a glint in her eyes, she looks at you and says, Okay, now shoo, back upstairs with a lot of you while I clean up and secure my vault. She looks at you, leading you out with raised eyebrows and a tilt of her
Fumigate.
head.
So Finn asks if there's something else in here that could be of value to us.
Oh, and don't call me Shirley.
Push the luck.
Gnomes.
She just looks at you and kind of laughs. Oh,
Okay.
this isn't all mine. I'm holding on. A good portion of this is what I'm holding on from Taz McKella's lair. Since she's helping us, we're safeguarding her treasure here. You know, a dragon can't be parted from their treasure for too long.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest of it belongs to the Harpers. Only a few things in here are actually mine.
So who wants to take the helmet?
Maybe
Vapor?
Vapor or Finn.
Yeah.
The ones of us that have the greater intelligence, if that has anything to do with it, I don't know.
So I got 20 for intelligence.
You got a what for intelligence?
20.
Oh. Well, vapor's not that high.
Okay. So
There.
do you want me to grab that then?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
You grow it.
Okay.
And since you guys have been everywhere in the basement now, I'm just going to disable the line of sight so you
Okay.
can see what's there.
Sweet.
Unless I could turn off the lighting too, but whatever.
So I think we have a nice rest
Yeah.
at the cottage and head out the next morning.
Did the Twilight Bar, did she mention why she sent that group to the burial mound? Were they looking for something? Were they investigating anything particular?
I think Pookie had been there before and noticed the foreboding aura, like the previous time we were here.
Okay.
Right, and she wanted it was a priority for her, suspecting that there might have been a mythal fragment there. That's why she told you that about it to begin
Oh,
with.
okay. So,
She
Makes-
sent somebody else looking for it, so it wouldn't get recovered.
Okay,
Hopefully,
all
not
right.
get recovered by one of the other opposing forces looking for them. That's
Makes
that's what you
sense.
would guess. I know it's hard to remember crap from 6 months ago, but yeah.
Okay. They're overdue by some time now. It sounds like she's worried about it.
Well,
Correct.
and to her point, I mean, there's probably mythal fragments all over this area based on the carnage from the cities.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like it's a good candidate for where one is.
And recall the places we've seen. We found some mythos. There's been some really strange, unnatural things going on. I guess the best way to say it. So this falls in line with that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so and that's all correct. So what do you want to do now? So you know you're going to be going to a ancient graveyard, possibly to some monolith inside of the ancient graveyard that didn't used to be there. You also know from previous intel that it's actually doesn't look to be in the actual forest. It's a swamp that was not there before either, which also kind of lends more credence towards the fact that there's a mythal fragment there. And if you recall, as per the earlier conversation, that some of the bigger fragments tend to tear holes in between the planes.
Yeah, so the Feywild entrance might be a candidate too for fragment.
Correct.
And the Dead Magic Zone possibilities.
Yeah, you would know from some of the prior conversations. I'm not going to go back and find the actual note that part of the cataclysm that happened from the shattering of Mithranor's mythal and Thultlanthor's mythalar, when Elminster pulled the city down to stop Larlock out of the sky, it actually shattered the weave of magic, the very fabric of that in a few spots. So it could be that, or it could be a mythal fragment.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's also been wild magic zones reported too. So
Yeah.
it's tough to say.
So Cook says that if you want, before we go in, he could use his beast sense and his ability to speak with animals to maybe get a squirrel or something to possibly go in and at least do some scouting.
Yeah, we could try that. And also I have my undead detection. So it's a graveyard, there's likely to be undead, so I can give us a heads up on that too.
So actually with the beast sense, what I could do is I actually, for up to an hour before we go, now 10 minutes to speak with the animal, it's just a ritual type of thing. But for an hour after that with beast sense, I can actually see and hear through what the animal sees and hears.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So
Okay,
I mean, if you want to do that, we can do some scouting or
That sounds good.
just
so
put it out there.
you will know that you will know just from what you gathered earlier that a intelligent and as far as woodland creatures go, fairly powerful creature wouldn't even get close to the disturbance. And one that she was going there, I mean, the fairy dragon turned away in tears because of what was going on.
Yeah, so others might not venture in.
Makes sense. Yep.
So there might be an issue with that. That's all I'm going to say, and that's something you can pretty much gather just from.
Yeah. So what I might do is, if I do see a woodland animal on the way in, I might just speak with it to see if they've seen any comings and goings, but not right at the site, but just anything unnatural to them, just as we walk along.
So you can use Eye of the Grave 4 times, right? A day, or 4 times a rest?
Yeah. Yeah, I said
no, it's per day for a long rest. Okay. And it's 60 feet. Yeah. You just need to let me know when you want to use it. And then I think Win has a similar ability. Maybe not. I don't know. Divine Sense. Yeah, he can do celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet. That is not in total behind total cover, so it won't go through walls for him. But I think yours go through walls, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, mine doesn't penetrate total cover as well.
Okay, all right. His is 1 plus his charisma modifier, so he can use it quite a bit a day too. All right, cool. All right, so in a straight line, it would be a 10-mile journey. Is there, knowing what you know, is there anything else that you might want to buy or any more preparations you want to make before you set out? Or do you think you guys are good?
Protection from undead scroll, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That staff can take care of any paralysis and stuff, can it?
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah.
Lesser
maybe.
restoration, right? If you
Yeah.
cast out of that staff, is that correct?
Yes, that's on the staff.
So,
Okay.
and that's 3 charges for that.
Let me check real quick.
I think it's
think
3
it might be
charges for,
3 or 2.
yeah.
I also have lesser restoration memorized as well.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
kind of stacked there, which is good. More importantly, it's kind of spread out amongst multiple characters. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the scroll of protection from undead's an actual spell, right? Or is there a?
I'd have to look.
I think it's a protection scroll. I don't know if there's an equivalent spell.
Okay.
I'll look.
Yeah, let me. I'll look as well. Scroll of protection.
There's protection from evil and good.
It is a rare scroll. Okay. Yep. No, there is definitely a scroll of that. I just don't. I'm just trying to find. Let me see if there's even a chance of finding one. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a price from that, so I'm going to go. I'm just going to go like it's a scroll one-shot use. I'm just going to call it on the low end of that and say it would be 500 gold pieces. If you want a scroll of protection from undead.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yes.
much
Another one available in town.
Can't hurt.
tapped out on gold.
Cook will buy it.
Who needs that? Who needs it? I've
Yes.
got.
All right, that's yep. Whoever wants to buy it,
Cook will
500
buy
gold.
it.
All right, go ahead and subtract it out, and it's in the party sheet. Did you want to check on the Ring of Feather Falling again, or no?
Hey, we're here.
Yeah, can do an investigation.
Actually, no. It's the same day. Well, or it could be the next day, I guess. You probably want to give it a couple. If you want to wait a couple days, you can look for one again. How about that?
You guys want to do that? Wait 3 days?
I don't know. It's kind of urgent to get them.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I agree.
He was already concerned about it, and we're going to wait 3 more days. So good point.
All right, the scroll of protection from undead, you can just dip in and buy real quick, and then dip back out, and then rest for the evening, and then take off in the morning. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
So it's in the party sheet. Whoever wants to hold it, grab it.
I can grab it.
All right, so
head out the next morning.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me do my little inspiration on everybody, or the inspiring leader. Would it target everybody?
You just targeted yourself.
What's this target? Wind, vapor, prey, and duck. scale
Here,
then?
I'll just do it. I can add it in.
That's strange.
It might be because you guys aren't a map. I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
Let me remove her out of this. Okay. All right. All right. So you guys are going to take off the next day, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Head to the forest.
Okay. So as you step into the open air for the first time in a while, the grounds of Twilight's cottage burst with a hive of activity, each individual contributing to the shared purpose of fortification and preparation. The harmonious blend of various races creates a mosaic of skills and talents. A dedicated group is diligently shoveling earth to create defensive barriers, fortifying the perimeter with a sense of urgency. Amidst them, the wizard Jorgen, who you met earlier, employs his magical prowess, orchestrating the manipulation of the earth with practiced finesse. At a raised table adorned with the emblem of Clan Battlehammer, two dwarves engaged in a spirited discussion, gesticulating animatedly as they pore over strategic plans. The air resonates with the weight of their deliberations, a testament to the seriousness of the impending endeavor. Circling around the sides of the cottage, the canvas of tents takes form, standing as temporary sanctuaries for the diverse group of individuals involved in the effort. Stacks of essential supplies align the periphery, ready to be drawn upon as the need arises. In one corner, a half orc and a Goliath collaborate seamlessly, maneuvering a scorpion, a formidable piece of siege weaponry, toward a completed section of defenses. Following closely behind, a determined halfling grapples with a box of bolts, a crucial element to the intricate web of preparations. The scene pulsates with a palpable energy and collective of determination. As you take in the scene, you catch eyes with the Ranger Mint as she talks to a grizzled old veteran with a patch over one of his eyes. Noticing you, she gives you a slight nod and turns her attention back to the conversation. So basically, what you can see is there's dozens of people working outside of the cottage trying to set up fortifications around it. And you notice that the cottage doesn't seem to be in the same place it was before.
They're
And
coming after her.
So I don't, you might not recall from, since it's been quite a while now, several sessions ago, she did mention that she was going to take her cottage completely out of the shadow plane to the prime material to orchestrate moving their base here.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I remember that.
anyways, continuing onward. As you survey the expanded surroundings just beyond Lady Twilight's cottage, your attention is drawn to the majestic sight of an ancient silver dragon. Its colossal form gracefully positioned on the far side of the now significantly enlarged stone bridge, traversing the babbling stream leading away from the residence. The dragon's gaze is fixed upon a captivating scene, and as you follow its line of sight, you discern the source of its fascination, Lady Twilight herself. Lady Twilight, magical armor now in the form of a white dress, sits amidst the enchanting ambience, skillfully playing a melody on her fabled Anstruth harp. The realization hits you that the cottage, once residing within a magical veil, has now been fully materialized in this plane, evident by the ancient silver dragon sprawled across the former location of the magical barrier. And I'm not even going to tell you how long I had to play with freaking Dali, but
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That is
Very
awesome.
nice.
Nice.
I tried to
That
make
is-
the water move a little bit, but that's about as best as I could do with fantasy ground effects.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Check the water out.
Oh yeah.
I
Dude,
told you I got lost in playing with AI art.
you did.
Way too much time on it. So now you know why.
It's worth it.
Oh.
Very nice.
Anyways, sensing your presence, Lady Twilight abruptly ceases her musical performance, prompting the dragon to shift back slightly to the far shore, allowing ample space for you to cross the bridge. A warm smile graces Lady Twilight's face as she addresses you. Good luck on your journey, my friends. As you pass in the vicinity of where the black dragons confronted Tasmakella, she has kindly offered to arrange a diversion for them, hopefully ensuring your safe passage to the monolith. And with that, in a wave of her hand, she encourages you forward. And as you move into the forest, you catch a glimpse of the majestic dragon taking flight above, serving as a powerful send-off to you.
Cook takes off his helm, bows at the lady. We won't let you down. We will find your party and bring them back.
We will see if there's a mythal there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sticks his helmet back on his head. His eyes shine blood red. Let's go.
Okay.
He's already raging. We're not there yet. Oh my god, the pre-rage.
Okay, so I don't care who it is. Let's go with Kale. Give me 3D100 rolls, please, just for random encounters. Assuming you're going to try to move somewhat stealthily as you normally do across the forest, not singing the whole way you're going, that is.
Right. I'll put the loot away.
Yeah, come
Are
on,
you guys-
Vapor.
Are you going to more or less skirt wide of that anti-magic zone?
Yes.
Try to just
Yeah.
go there? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Jurassic Park.
I'll give you this one.
All right, well, half of you. Kale, Praeton, Cuck. Above you through a gap in the trees, you seem to high above you. You seem to see something winged flying, but you can't quite tell what it is. But Praeton, you kind of look at everybody else once it's pointed out and says, "Oh, you're all just now noticing that? That looks like Tasmakella.
Mm.
I saw a glint of silver in the sun." With your superb perception roll. All right, so you know the dragon's flying overhead.
Comforting.
So navigating the forested terrain, you come across a dense patch of rubble that conceals fragments of what appears to be remnants from the Shadowfell city of Thoughtlanther. You've seen enough of the rubble now that you can kind of tell the difference between the Shadowfell city and an elven city as far as their architecture goes, and even down to the color of their stones. I will give you that from numerous encounters, going across this forest and looking at the various runes, especially with Cuck's stone cunning at play. Large, shattered pieces of architecture, now partially overgrown with vines and moss, subtly indicate the once grand structures that fell from above. As you continue through the area, a peculiar phenomenon catches your attention. Out of the corner of your eye, the air seems to waver and shift, creating a subtle distortion. However, when you turn your gaze directly upon it, all appears normal. And on the map, you're pretty much smack over the number on the map for where the monolith was sighted and the swamp.
Okay.
What are you doing? Going to continue onward? You're going to turn it back, search the area?
Yeah, just check out where the distortion is.
Well, maybe Kale, could you see if there's been any fresh tracks?
Idea.
Yeah, any
Survival
activity here?
check. So you're kind of on a bit of a game trail, and on the game trail itself and off to the side some, you see tracks come up to the area of where you, now that you're looking at it closer, can kind of perceive the distortion to start. But at that line, they're all jumbled up as if something panicked. Multiple things panicked and turned away. And then you see longer gaps between the tracks as it appears numerous somethings have ran away from reaching this point. Basically, they turned on heel and sprinted off into the other direction.
Do we feel any foreboding?
You know what? Everybody give me a perception check in the tower, please.
Okay.
One thing I could try is drop a dispel magic on the distortion, maybe visible. Or that was perception.
You mean
Yes.
a detect magic?
I have a dispel magic, but yeah, we could do detect first, then.
That's a cantrip, that right? Detect magic, or is that a spell? I don't remember in this
Yeah,
version.
I'm looking.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, I actually don't have it. Do you have it, Finn? Detect magic?
Not prepared.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
spell then.
It's a
Okay,
spell.
then.
It's a first
Yeah.
level spell.
Yeah.
All right, so Finn, you can actually give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okay, so you feel that this is not unlike the mist
Oh.
of where you crossed into another place before, and you feel like you well, you have that same sort of feeling of
Okay.
when you think, actually you wouldn't even know about the mist because you were trapped in the damn ring.
Right.
But you did leave the mist going out the other way, so
Yeah.
all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel like if you were to continue pressing on, if you looked towards where the distortion got worse and kept pressing on, you would probably eventually push through it.
Okay.
So it's almost like you could use yourself as a tuning fork since you've got a good eye for it.
Okay. So I convey that to the party, and let them
Or
know
dou-
that this could be a crossover point.
Not
Okay.
tuning fork, dowsing rod. There we go.
Yeah.
You're a gnomish dowsing rod.
First,
Okay,
first he's jewelry, now he's a dowsing rod.
That's right.
He was jewelry,
I
then a garden gnome. Right? He was a lawn
Yeah.
ornament.
Yeah.
Swiss Army knife.
I tell him to stick close to me.
You totally missed it. They put you outside of the stone giant lair.
Yeah.
Like you were literally a lawn ornament.
Nice. Good thing I can't remember any of that.
In the snowstorm.
You didn't get cold, though.
Okay, so
So I
are you
did
going to
go
press
like-
onward?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So as you press onward, the enigmatic shimmer in the air intensifies, surrounding you like an ethereal dance. The air seems to vibrate with latent magic, and the crescendo builds until, in an instant, you emerge from the mysterious aura. The transformation is stark. The grand trees of Cormather Forest and the crumbling ruins are replaced by the eerie scenery of a perpetual lowland. Now standing amidst a cypress swamp, the air is heavy with the scent of damp earth and the distant croaking of unseen creatures. An ancient cobblestone roadway, worn by the relentless passage of time, winds through the swamp to the north, disappearing into the murky distance. Patches of relined water reflect the dappled light filtering through the cypress canopy. The landscape is hauntingly beautiful, yet the familiar surroundings evoke a sense of foreboding. The road beckons you onward. Now, ignore my bad grammar in there. I swear to God, I need to proofread my stuff.
You're good.
So, what are you guys going to do? The air is warmer too, significantly so.
Yeah, so we don't see any buildings or anything immediately.
You can't see anything. You're in a dense cypress canopy.
Okay.
There are patches of water, of bog around you. And that's all you see right now. You're just in a swamp with the road.
How far can we see in the mist? 10 feet, 20 feet?
Oh, you're not in the mist. You're just in a swamp.
Kale,
You
Okay.
just basically
it's
popped into a
overgrown,
swamp.
right? It's overgrown by cypress trees. Is that why we can't see?
Yeah, there's cypress trees everywhere. There's patches of high reeds.
Yeah.
There's the water, obviously you could see, but they're reed lines. So you can't, some places you could see a few hundred yards where it's devoid of vegetation, but for the most part, you can't see very far ahead of you.
Kale,
But what time of day would it be?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, but what time of day? Like how long it take us to get here?
Okay, so using your ranger skills and everything else and moving kind of quietly to not draw extra attention, it took you about 4.5 hours to get here. You would think it would be sometime after lunch time, but it is later in the day here. You feel like the sun's going to set in an hour or two.
you want to scout ahead, Kale? See if there's buildings.
Yeah, so like take like a circular pattern around, kind of expanding it a bit.
Well, there's a
Well,
roadway, right?
There's a roadway, and if you go off the road too far, you're going to be walking through swamp.
Okay, go ahead, Ben. Take a look a bit. I'll do a bit of stealth then.
Sure, in the tower. How far are you ranging out from the party? You're going to lose sight of them even down the road within 100 feet probably. Because
Like I'll go to that
turns
limit
into swamp.
anyhow, and then I'll see what happens at that point.
Okay, you get down there and you give me. Okay, let's just do it this way. Are you just going to scout ahead a little bit and then have them move with you?
Yeah, I think that's kind of maybe what that like.
After okay,
yeah,
so let's do this.
wave my head.
Give me a perception check, and then 2 more stealth rolls and 2 more perception checks, and that will cover your movement until something happens. One second, I got to whisper something to you.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I got a log for tonight, all right?
Okay, man.
Yeah, take care. Bye.
All
All
right.
right,
See you,
take care,
George.
man.
Everything
Good
okay?
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Good roll on the perception there to avoid that.
Okay,
Nice.
so I'll just kind of indicate the guys to hold up for a second, and then I'll with that stealth I can come back without alerting the thing.
Yeah, and you can, and there's you can easily see a way around it
Okay, so
without having to get your feet too wet.
okay, so yeah, there's a couple of crocodiles off in the bog there, so we just have to be careful getting around these guys.
Okay.
Okay, so he guides you down the road, and about an hour and a half passes, and the sun's starting to set. As you traverse the cobblestone roadway, it gradually unveils an ancient burial ground where the weight of countless years has weathered the graves and tombs, leaving them mere echoes of the stories they once held. The remains of a statue long forgotten and ravaged by time stand silently to the right, its original features obscured by the relentless passage of ages. To the north, the road meets an enigmatic conclusion amidst the swamp's embrace. Here, an imposing black tetragonal monolith emerges from the murkiness, defiant against the erosion of time. The polished surface, untouched by the elements, maintains an eerie resilience, standing at a commanding height of 30 feet above the swamp floor. Strangely, no sign of plant growth or weathering mars the monolith's pristine facade. At the base of the monolith is a stone double door. Runes of a long forgotten language have been inscribed upon its surface. And here is what you see. Again, I played way too freaking long with it. Great.
You keep it up. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are so good. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And then I added a little effect to the front there.
Yeah, I see it.
Very nice.
This was Dolly as well.
Sweet.
So I guess Finn can move forward and rummage around and pull out his helm if I can see the runes easy enough.
Oh yeah, you can read them from where you are.
Okay.
They're large.
Okay.
So you're gonna put the helm on and cast comprehend languages, right?
Correct.
Okay.
How close are we now?
Let's say you're 100 feet away.
And
it kind of emerges.
And the tombstones, how far do they extend from the monolith?
As far as you can see in all directions, except from the direction you came, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, at that when actually you see him hold up his sword and call to guidance, and you know that he's basically doing the same thing you would be doing. He's searching for undead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And he looks at you. I do not detect anything
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
So you're reading the runes?
Yes.
Okay, so you translate the runes, and the runes read this: only the unyielding shall ascend from the abyss.
Okay.
You look at the
relay that.
massive stone doors, and you also notice when you're reading the runes that the doors have no handles or locks.
Right.
All right, what are you doing?
I guess we go in.
Move closer.
Okay, you're standing immediately before the monolith. You can see the shimmer of power on the large double doors, but you still see no way to open them.
Cook's going to hold his hands in front of him about 6 inches from the door, like he's going to push open the door, but he's only going to he's only going to keep about 6 inches away. Do I feel any pulsing of arcane energies or anything of that sort?
You feel a vibration.
I relate that to the party. There's some force here. I don't know. He takes a javelin, the wooden part of a javelin, the butt end, and he pokes the door with it to see if there's any spark or reaction to it.
So when you press on the door, both sides smoothly slide open,
Oh.
coming to a stop before hitting the walls behind. And you see a stone staircase leading down into the darkness.
Yeah, that was easy. Too easy.
That was too easy. You're right, Brendan. we go.
Yeah.
Kale, do you see any footsteps on the stone here? Any tracks?
Take a look.
It might have been weeks since these people were here. I don't know, but you never know.
You see dried muddy tracks going down.
Dried muddy tracks.
Oh. You don't even need to roll perception. I mean, you would have seen a mouse's freaking footprints with that roll, but you didn't even need to.
Okay. Well,
Head down.
let's head down. Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure I didn't foobar the map here real quick. All right. Please bear with me 1 second. All right, you guys are all kind of jumbled up on each other, but
Okay.
make sure I have everything correct on this. Sorry, this is well, yeah. Shouldn't see much of anything right now.
Oh.
Except all of you crammed in a little tiny hallway, maybe?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, well, you're in a little crammed hallway here, and there's a door before you. Let me unlock tokens for a second. Don't give me 1 second here to pull up my story again. I accidentally closed it.
Of course.
So as you follow the tracks down, as you descend the stone stairs, a sense of foreboding accompanies you. When you reach the base, you see a large set of granite double doors ahead. Standing slightly ajar, but not enough to where you can see through. Almost like it's inviting you into the large room beyond that you can just get a hint of through the crack.
Right. We will. Is there?
You want to get up front, Cuck?
Yeah.
Okay, you can open the door. I think you can open the door.
Cook will try to open the door. Yep. Oh.
Okay.
Is it lit in there, or?
There are no lights in here, so what you see is what you see. If you want to see any details, then you're going to need to light a torch.
Okay.
Or wait, does somebody have a light source on?
I was going to say.
No, I don't.
I see the light. I see the line of sight on the columns, but I also see the other.
That's your infravision, isn't it? Dark vision.
Isn't that in black and white?
That's my
though?
dark. Yeah, it's black and
oh.
it's my dark vision with black and white. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you don't see the actual colors. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I just see black and white because of dark vision. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna cast a light spell on my shield.
Okay, go ahead and put it on yourself.
Oh, actually, I put on Kale by accident.
I'll just drag it over. That's fine. Let me drag it. What the hell? I don't know why. I guess just recast it on yourself.
Okay.
I don't know why it wouldn't let me drag it over. There you go.
Go in.
Yep.
Sure. Huh.
Okay.
So it's interesting. So you've got your light. Did you see the colors now, Perryton?
I don't see colors now. Still seems gray.
Yeah, same here.
It might take a refresh cycle. I don't know. It shouldn't, but
It's okay.
here, let me do this. Maybe the effect coding's wrong.
Oh yeah, actually it is. It doesn't have a radius or anything.
Maybe just pull light over from the effects.
Yeah, instead of from the spell.
There we go.
There, yeah. Now I've got color.
Okay.
Yep. What am I stepping on?
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me catch up.
Okay.
I was playing with the effect.
Sure.
I'll just lock it real quick, and then
Some kind of stone.
okay. So, a palpable stillness pervades the air. No enchanting flames greet you. No sudden ambush awaits. The room, expansive with a lofty ceiling, reveals its grandeur. 4 massive stone pillars, meticulously positioned, showcase an opulent carpet in rich hues of orange, blood red, and navy blue. At the center of this intricate rug, a 6-foot tall marble block bears an inscription in the same ancient runes as the doors outside, seemingly to start on its southern face and spiral around it as one continuous message. However, your focus is diverted to 3 blankets, their fabric soaked in dark stains, concealing what could be lifeless figures. Drag marks and old congealed blood lead from the rug and end at the blankets. The chamber's walls are adorned with mesmerizing paintings, hung 8 foot off the floor. At first glance, they seem to tell a tale lost to time, adding an air of mystery to this elaborate space. On the west wall is a granite door covered in glowing red runes, and a triple set of granite doors fill the northern wall. And
Are the blankets look like they're covering something? Look like there's a body underneath them?
okay, so as you're doing that, wind steps in behind you and vapor steps in too. And this happens since they weren't actually moving themselves.
Door shuts behind us.
Yes, so that's exactly what happens. You hear a loud bang and the flow of air as it rushes to fill the vacuum created by the heavy stone entrance door slamming shut. A moment later, you hear the faint whirring of a mechanism, followed by a loud clicking sound. So, the blankets, blood-soaked blankets on the ground, do seem to be covering bodies. There's something underneath each of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pull the one in front of us, pull it off, see if I can. If the body fits a description of the party that came here.
Yep. There's only 3. There were 4.
Yeah.
So, in general, I'm going to just give you the So basically, this body, once you pull this one up front, this one is like damaged. The body's damaged almost beyond any recognition. But the implements of what caused the damage is not immediately evident to you. It looks like they were just sliced to ribbons. And I don't mean from a sword. I mean, they have thousands of slice marks on them. This one in front of you is wearing the tattered remains of animal skins. Judging by the size, you think maybe it was a male. And you see the remains of a broken axe lying across his chest. Tokens are unlocked. So there are also all the paintings around the room, as I mentioned, the stone column in the middle, the pillars, and 2 more bodies of note in the room.
Does this body is it fairly large?
Oh yeah, it's quite large.
Any armor or anything on it?
Nope, just tattered animal skins.
Does it have like tusks? Like, could it have orcish ancestry?
You look a little closer and you can see what you think to be maybe a broken tusk, the remains of one, in its shattered jaw.
So this could be Durak.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this one. I'm also keeping an eye on the center of the room.
Okay.
Because there's drag marks from there right to where the bodies are.
Yep. From around, you can't really, because of the navy blue color of the rug. I mean, I guess if you got on the rug and look closely, you could see the blood stains, but it kind of would be lost in the colors of the rug.
Yeah.
They come from the center of the room, though.
They come from the rug as
well. Yeah, from the edge of the rug.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Yes.
And the 3 of them were on the rug because in some of the oranges around the outer edge, you can see some congealed blood as well.
Yeah, so stay off the rug for now.
I think so.
So you're taking a look at the next one. Okay.
Yes.
So the next body, you can tell that it's wearing the very shredded remains of robes, and you're fairly certain this one was a woman. Her face is a ruined mess, and there's not much left of it, but you can see small horns jutting out from her skull.
Tiefling sorceress.
This is Lyria.
Yeah.
And you notice from where you are now that the last blanket looks like there's something much smaller underneath it.
Oh, the gnome.
As Rose.
Sorry, no love interest, Flint.
No.
Or Finn, sorry.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting matchup.
Are you looking at the paintings? Or are you just walking around the room?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
All right, I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So the last body is small in stature, less than 4 feet in height. There are the ruins of leather armor hang shredded on what little is left of it. That's the description of all 3 of the bodies for you.
Okay.
So we're missing the Azamar Paladin.
Yeah, look up. Is there any sign in the, like, how high is this the ceiling?
Oh, this ceiling's about 30 feet high.
Yeah. Well, look up where I can see with the light and see if there's any sign that something has flown around or disturbed anything.
Nope, you don't see anything up there. just kind of a arch ceiling.
Okay.
And it's completely bare.
Yeah.
So, Cuck, you're looking at the paintings. Is that correct?
As I go around, yes. So you could start from the lower west wall around to where I am now.
Okay. All right. So, and that just happens to be the order that you think the paintings are in once you've looked at them all.
Oh,
So, the first thing you notice about the paintings is that they are all at an odd height. They're not at eye level to the average person. They're all hung about 8 feet off the floor. Exactly 8 feet above the floor, to be truthful. So, the paintings adorning the walls, you guess, I mean, you're a barbarian, but somebody else in the party can tell you. You guess that they're masterpieces of macabre artistry, portraying a towering figure concealed in billowing black and blue robes. Arrayed behind this enigmatic being is a legion of orcs, their fierce countenances etched with the blend of reverence and dread. Another mural unveils the infernal aftermath of an orcish village, a village consumed by flames, with the ominous silhouette of the robed figure looming large, casting its oppressive shadow across the desolation. The scene unfolds with visceral intensity, humans and elves following under the relentless onslaught. The hues are both vivid and violent, capturing the raw essence of the brutality. The artistry takes on an almost abstract quality, providing enough detail to evoke the visceral emotions of these calamitous events while inviting you, the viewer's imagination, to weave the remaining facets of the grim narrative. So it looks like somebody led orcs against orcs, united orcs, and then led them on a rampage of killing humans and elves. And that's basically what I just told you, is what I just put in the chat.
yep. Any writing on this this stone obelisk?
So yeah, so as I mentioned before, they're on the stone obelisk in the middle. Um, on the stone obelisk to the in the middle, there is an inscription in the same runes that were on the doors outside. They start on its south face and spiral around it, seemingly as one continuous message.
What do you think, Finn?
Yeah,
And
I'll pop the helmet on.
you have to walk around, take a gander.
Yeah.
Don't step on the carpet.
Nope. Does it look like there's a spot where there's a natural beginning point, or I'll just kind of walk around
On the southern face is where it starts, and it wraps around several times.
Okay.
But it's you're going to have to get closer to see it.
Ooh.
So I can't see it from this edge.
Can't, the runes kind of bleed into each other. You're going to definitely have to get closer to read it because they're quite small.
I'm not quite sure if I want to commit to standing on this yet.
Hey, Huck, take a chop at the edge of the carpet.
I was thinking about throwing a body on the edge of the carpet.
Oh, yeah, that could do it too. I was thinking you could try and cut it with your axe and see if it responds.
I was thinking maybe we some of us hide in case something. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but if something comes from this, a blast or rocks or something, a blast comes from this center section.
Oh, get cover behind the pillars?
Get cover behind each of the pillars, about like that.
Yeah.
For most people.
Yeah.
And I'll maybe we put Yeah, went over there, and Cook will come over to here then. And he'll take a javelin actually, and he'll poke the carpet.
Just in front of you?
Yep.
Okay, you poke the javelin into the carpet, and nothing happens.
I'll then take the edge of the javelin, the blade of the javelin, and lift up the carpet in front of me to look underneath it.
Okay. For the hell of it, give me a perception check.
Okay.
You don't see anything under the carpet except for a couple of spots where blood seems to have soaked through.
Okay.
And congealed on the floor underneath it, creating a little bit of a gross, gooey mess.
I'm going to take. Is this body of this large individual? Is it? I know while it's slashed and cut, is it still in enough of form to where I can pick it up and throw it on the carpet in front of me?
Sure. I mean, it's under the blanket. I mean, it's there's a couple. I mean, you kind of worry if you grabbed it by its arm, one of the arms might fall off.
Right.
But if you use the blanket to kind of wrap it up a little bit, you can chuck it on the carpet with no trouble.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right. So you're going to chuck this on the carpet. Okay. Damn it. I'm trying to find. They're actually assets I added to the map, so I should be able to move them around, but I can't find it. Anyways, okay.
I know the feeling.
So you chuck it onto the rug and nothing happens.
Finn.
Yes. I'll go take a look.
Maybe you can step on the individual, and I will hold on to you with a rope. If something happens, I'll pull you back.
Okay. So I'll climb up on top of the half orc corpse and kind of peer in where there's an unobstructed view of the runes and see if I can make anything out.
Okay, so you can read what's on this face, but it's not going to make sense unless you read it, follow the pattern around.
Understand.
Okay.
So what you see, the start of it that you can see from where you're at. What the hell? Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. I was still. I didn't realize I still had the stupid map open. Look, because I was looking for the asset to drag it. Okay, so from what you can see, the start of it reads through lifetimes. And then a little lower down on that spiral, if you read that part, you can read of pain and sorrow. And then the next line now you read something that says the ultimate tribute. A little further now it says only the faithful. And then a little farther down it says before his magnificence. But that's all you can make out without following the entire thing around and reading it.
Sure.
So I'll tell Cook to get ready that I'm gonna step off onto the rug and start to move my way around. If he can get ready to yank me off of there.
You going left or right?
I guess counterclockwise is the way the script runs.
Is that what I said? I don't remember what I said. Let's just call it clockwise for now.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't
So
really
I will-
matter. The points that you got to kind of walk around in circles on it to read it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at 1027. Let's pause there and hopefully we have everybody else here for this next bit.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
That'll work.
Because we're not going to get through this in the next 3 minutes.
Okay.
Into the bathroom.
This is cool. This is interesting.
Yeah.
That's good.
Fence has been built.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can only see into this room, right?
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Perfect.
It's all good.
I'll see if I can figure out how to move that damn bloody thing under the carpet. I did it when I was playing, like when I first put the map on, I was able to do it with no problem. Now I can't figure out how to select it and do it. I'm not sure what it's probably on the wrong layer than what I thought it was on. But all right, cool.
It's all good, man. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Thanks so much.
Sorry, there's
right.
a lot of housekeeping tonight and a little bit of
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
catch up. But
We got
we had fun.
we did what we wanted to do. We got
that healing stuff, so
pull the resources and go from there. So it's good.
I have a feeling we're gonna need it.
Yeah, can we use it tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's right. We
Dwayne?
might need it.
nope.
Nope. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Yep. Thanks
All
very
right.
much.
Hey,
Good night.
guys.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye, guys.
Cheers.
Take care.
Fun game. Cheers.
The +1 with his help.
So I'll give you my strength.